Hey there, folks. Trustworthy Fat Kev Smith. Before we start casting the pods, man, let me try to sell you something first, okay? Do you like me? Do you like my friends Jason Mewes, Ralph Garman? Then guess what? We're coming to a town near you, man. We're coming your way, man. Come see a Smodco show. Tickets at csmod.com. That's SEESMOD.com. Now, if you can't come to one of our shows, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to support this two-bit operation? Well, how about you kick back in your home with some family and friends and loved ones and play Monopoly. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back Monopoly. That's right, man. You can buy from jayandsilentbob.com, the home of the secret stash, right there online, a signed edition of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back Monopoly. Me and Mewes sign it, man. Jason Mewes, Jay himself, me, Silent Bob. And the parts are real fun, man. They got a little cock knocker, a little fist, a little Suzanne, a little blunt mobile. It's crazy, man. Get your hands on it. You get drunk, get stoned, and play a round of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back Monopoly. Available, signed by me and Jason Mewes at jayandsilentbob.com. Now, here comes your Smodco podcast.
I guess I'm just too much of a puss. Always have been, always will be.
You know, plus I just like the idea of us on a boat. It's like Bill Buckner coming back to fucking...
Oh, Bill Buckner! Ball back between the legs?
Yeah. Like just coming back and...
You Bucknered it.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. I can't even begin to tell you how good it feels right now. It feels like, when you read those articles about, somebody's cat gets lost, right? And it turns out the person was moving and they're like, oh, I guess my cat's dead. But then, a month and a half later, the
cat trekked across the country.
Or at least from Staten Island, to get home. And this has not, nothing against the people that helped us out and filled in and pitched in.
You could say it.
Certainly. All right.
You could say it.
Everybody's thinking it.
I'm trying to be political. But, no substitute. And I got to tell you, Q, I know you've been... I had no idea the extent to which you were ill until the other day, because I was feeling ill myself after 2 weeks of no Q at the table and Tell 'em Steve Dave not going ahead as scheduled. If something is missing. Something is missing in my life that I can't replicate it by doing anything else.
Get him can't fill that.
Get him didn't do it.
He
Sunday,
tried.
Jeff. Get him tried. Yeah. Maxwell. It was fun to have Maxwell here finally, but again, would have been more fun if Q was here.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I feel the same way, dude.
I missed you.
Yeah.
I really missed you. Yeah, I'm glad you're here today. But you were
Same.
You were ill, and same shit. You've been illing in a way that I was shocked. I don't know how much you want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, are you willing to get into
Yeah,
deets?
I'll get into it.
A lot of people don't like to give their medical
I
history.
think people are going to be like...
He got super age from Sal.
That was a number one joke that I saw on Twitter. I'm willing to talk about it, absolutely. Maybe not the gory, the finger up the ass details.
That happened too?
No, that didn't happen, but...
you went to the same doctor that Brian goes to?
You want me to repeat when it happened to me?
No, I had needles put in weird places and stuff like that.
Really?
My spine and all this shit.
No, that's I heard. Yeah, they have to draw fluid to see.
It's horrible. So that stuff I don't. But the general overall, I don't mind talking.
And you will reveal what you were diagnosed with?
Yes. I think people are going to be underwhelmed.
Well, no. Let's say, and Declan maybe put some like dramatic music as he delivers.
Maybe a Baron von Flanagan thunderclap afterwards. It was determined.
Still is.
Finally, I am still in the throes of it. Determined to be encephalitis with a possible addition of meningitis thrown in, but to figure out the
that's a double dipping.
Well, it's not really a double. They're thinking it amounts to the same thing, but it's either one or the other. And to find out exactly which one it is at this point would be too invasive. And they're like, ultimately, there's no point. Because
what would you have to go through to find out definitively?
I would have to go for a really like a spinal tap of like
a battery of tests.
Yeah, it's just not good. So, and in the end, it doesn't matter because they're basically the same thing. And
the cure is to wait it out, right?
That's it. If it's bacterial, they can do something about it. If it's viral, there is nothing they can do.
I thought they had a couple of viral medicines that they could give you, maybe just to lessen the symptoms, or no, they didn't give you anything. Right?
By the time they even nailed down what it was exactly, because remember when I called them last week, they thought it might be West Nile, and I originally thought it was Lyme. I was past all the major hard shit at that point anyway. But so encephalitis, which is what everybody seems to think it is an infection and inflammation of your brain.
You're like the membrane surrounding your brain, right?
And down the neck and the spine, which is where the meningitis thing comes in a little bit, like Zelda and fucking
exactly in Pet Sematary. That's what I was thinking of.
Never walk again, Mr. Quinn. Never walk again.
Did you know that was a guy?
Yeah,
I didn't know that until just recently. I read an article about that.
So it's about a 3 to 4 week process. First of all, it's very rare. It's like he said, for me to even get it is almost statistically impossible. Because my main thing was just like, well, is it going to be a chronic thing? Am I going to get it again? And he said, he goes, the chances of you getting it to begin with were almost nothing. He goes, you'll never deal with this again. He said with some authority.
Are you immune to anything now? You've had it?
No.
No.
I did find out that at some point in the past, because so it's going off the checklist, because the symptoms are first immense pain. Like there was a week. That's why I had to leave San Diego early, because my head was just
because it was swollen.
Bolts of pain. Yeah, my brain was all swollen and inflamed. Like it was.
Were you thinking straight, clearly, or
you
no?
Looked like one of those aliens from Close Encounters, like skinny neck and giant bulbous head.
There were moments where the thinking was muddied, which was unusual because I was aware that it was a symptom, and to experience it was very odd.
Really?
And it wasn't like, suddenly I forgot how to piss. You know what I mean? Or like I lost my way home. It was just like you would ask me a question, and I would be like, well, I'd have to search for an answer rather than just have it at the fingertips. They warned of mood swings. And I had only one.
So far, he's describing my everyday life.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think I might have encephalitis.
Maybe you've had a 24-year
lifelong encephalitis.
I think I gave it to you.
I had one thing where my mother had come to my house to stay with me a little bit, and she was asking how are you feeling, and I was literally was on a day where it was. At one point, I was seeing 4 different doctors. Like, it was just an insane amount of trying to figure out what it was. And we were trying to work out all the different appointment schedules and stuff like that. And I was just talking to my mother, and I was trying to figure it out. And you know those plastic clips that you put on the top of chip bags once you open them?
Yeah.
I had one, and I got so frustrated. I was like, I'm Donald Duck. And I just I just snapped it and crushed it and fucking threw it against the wall.
Oh, you had
raged out.
But you had like extraordinary strength.
No, it was a plastic chip thing.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I thought it was like metal or something. You were saying there was like some sort of after effect, with like weird hulking.
You say you crushed the bumper of a truck delivering chips.
A 52 Chevy, I lifted over my head. I felt really bad after it because that concerned my mother. You know what I mean?
That you crushed it, really?
That I got that angry and that quickly. It like went from there to there, like in 2 seconds. and was actually mentioned it.
I can't tell you how just normal that
Yeah,
is in the Johnson
doesn't
household.
seem like yeah. I mean, even I have been known to you know,
I saw it happen today.
to want to break something when you're angry.
Yeah, I mean,
Smash
not that I
something.
haven't done that. I have. It's just not with my mother. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, I wouldn't
gotcha.
really.
And probably for something like so minor that it doesn't, like the reaction doesn't really
Yeah. Yeah, it was
match the circumstances.
It was out. So that's why I left San Diego early, and I tweeted out an apology. I felt bad because I just saw people were looking at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" And I wanted to have that 4 Color Demons meetup. I wasn't able to do that. I feel bad about that. Okay, so the pain, that was this. You have 3 days of like really bad pain where your head is like you can't think. My back, my neck, and you can't turn your head. That's the thing, because everything gets inflamed. So, like, trying to move your head is, like, very difficult. Like, trying to go up and down and left and right. And when you do it, it hurts. You know what I mean? But you got this thing where you're just like, fuck this. Like, I want to move my head. You know what I mean? Or if you lay down on a pillow too long and your head starts going forward, it was just really bad 3 days. And once those days are done, then it's just shooting pains across the head for about a week, but I mean,
just like out of nowhere, like all of a sudden, just a shooting.
Like it would go from my ear to my ear. But that was nothing compared to those 3 days. So I was like, I can handle this. And now it's in the stage where I'm just exhausted.
You're just fatigued.
Just fatigued.
How much do you sleep?
A lot. You sleep a lot, but it doesn't help. And then it starts.
Like you wake up just as tired.
You wake up just as tired. A flight of stairs will knock it out of me. I did lose like 15 pounds, which is, I guess, the upside to it. So I'm still in that phase and probably will be for like another week. They actually canceled shooting on Practical Jokers. It was just a bad thing, and they could never nail down what it was. So I'm just like, I have brain cancer. You know what I mean?
You jump to the
well, I don't jump to it, but
worst,
after 2 weeks of just constant head pain.
Well,
with
didn't
no
they?
answers.
I thought you said they said that it was a possibility, right? Like, didn't you wait it out, or like, had you not gone to the doctor when you did, it could have gotten.
Yeah, no, not really. It could have went that way. That's
Right.
what I told you. Like I never got a fever. They said if you have a fever, you have to go immediately to a hospital because that's where you're in danger.
Go to a music store and get a cowbell.
Yeah, exactly. But that was it. I mean, that's where I'm at now. That's why.
But you're on the road to recovery.
On the road to recovery every day. Every day the morning is horrible. Like when I wake up, it's miserable, but it gets a little better every day.
Do you have a more of appreciation of not sweating the small stuff when you're faced with maybe possibly having, something that's like a real serious problem as opposed to things that you thought were serious before falling ill?
I think that it doesn't manifest like that. I think the way that it's manifesting in me is like I've got to appreciate being healthy more, and I've got to work harder to stay healthy. Be that jogging, or be that eating better, or be that just watching. Because my work schedule is hell. And
would that have stopped it though? Yeah, that's what I thought.
well, your body's stronger body.
What caused it?
So just a virus, and that's you can get.
You like a dirty toilet? You think your public toilet?
Yeah, I don't really try and use public toilets. It could have been.
It could have been, right?
It could have been.
It probably was, right?
That's
what you're getting at. Yeah.
Could just be shaking a hand.
No,
it's a virus, man. It's just somebody coughing near you.
Maybe so we can catch it from you now.
No, I'm no longer. I'm not contagious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive. I asked. Sal would not come anywhere near me until I got.
Really? So you got the A-OK?
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Clean bill of health?
Yeah. I'm also.
So you were quarantined?
No, I wasn't quarantined because by the time
with a dog, who came over from Australia or something. So what are you in for?
Like one of Mosier's Taiwanese dogs.
Burn your sheets and everything?
No, it's not. It's not like that. It's like it's just a. I don't know. I some of the details like that I'm fuzzy on because one doctor was like, "Look, it's a virus, which means that you could have gotten it. That same virus might not have done this to you, or this same virus would have given you a cold. Like it just manifested itself in you this way."
It probably was because you were worn down from doing so much IJ shit.
The doctor said you absolutely need to lose a little bit of whatever work you're doing. He's
You
like,
need to get on a comic book man schedule where you work 6 weeks out of the year.
yeah. I told him that would be great. I told him no, that can't happen. But I'm figuring out ways to make life a little bit easier for myself, and I really think, Walt, I'm going to focus on just like I think you're going to see a different BQ physically, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to be like RoboCop jacked,
all right,
but I think that like one of the things he said was if you're going to maintain this schedule, you need to take better care of yourself.
Right.
8 hours of sleep a night, exercise, eat right. He's like, those things will make your life a lot better. So
I looked it up though. I saw that a lot of mosquito is a big reason for this.
That's what my mother said. She said that
you
mosquito.
Think you had any mosquito bites?
Could be. We shot in New
Were
Orleans.
you fishing for your dinner down?
You don't want to blame it on a Staten Island mosquito?
No, I don't want to blame it on a Staten Island mosquito.
New Orleans mosquitoes are much more like.
Well, we were in a swamp in New Orleans. We shot in an actual swamp.
Really?
So
you didn't use any bug off or anything?
I did, but who knows? Especially Intrepid mosquito. We got through.
Yeah, man, he's fucking used to that shit.
Yeah,
he drinks
fucking
that shit with
mosquito
dinner.
got me. So that's it. I mean, that's.
Well, I'm sure you saw all the concerned IJ and ants out there.
I did. I did. I appreciated all of it. The jokes, the mosquito jokes I got. I appreciate all of it. But I'm back. It feels good to be back.
It's good.
I'll tell you this. Caught some shit for these shoes. Can we address this?
Yeah, this is the this happened actually before any of your illness fell upon you. These Tell 'em Steve Dave sneakers that are made by
Eclectic Goods.
Eclectic Goods. Yeah, they made a pair of comic book men shoes, and I'm looking. They're in the case. I'm looking at a Tell 'em Steve Dave Army Ant and a Tell 'em Steve Dave with the 3 heads.
Right.
Now, it was brought to my attention. I saw them on eBay, not eBay. I'm sorry, on Twitter, saying that they were taking more orders, and I know they've been around for a while. I know they're familiar with the show.
Well, they're friends with Ming, right?
Yeah, they know Ming, and I met the girl actually in Atlanta, I think. Mm-hmm. Very nice girl, but. We've always made it kind of clear that we'd prefer people not, make merchandise and sell it, But now there's this fine line between fan art and, monetizing someone else's copyrighted images.
Well, so it's like the Carpenter Ant, Scroll Scribbler went about it the right way. He sent us these 4-color demon wood signs and was like, hey man, I'm getting requests, do you mind if I fulfill them? To which we said, yeah. We didn't want any money from them or anything like that. It was just the way to go about it, I thought.
Well, they're extremely involved, extremely expensive. It's not like we would. You're right. Yeah, it wasn't just assumed that I'll just make these sneakers. But then you caught shit for it because you said something on Twitter.
I don't know I had said to I guess the girl that makes it, Eclectic Goods, and again, I don't have any problem with them, but I was like, hey, why don't you email me and we'll figure out a smarter way to do this. Either the same thing that the Carpenter Ant does, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or work out a way where we'll make a deal, where we'll sell them through the podcast. If people want them and whatnot. That email never happened, whether they don't have my email. You know what I mean? And I got caught up, and I'm definitely not blaming them on that. That could very easily be me.
Right.
And then somebody pointed out on Twitter the other day that they were complaining about me, saying that I had asked them to make shoes and then never thanked them for it and never paid them for it. Now, I don't know what you're talking about. I remember they had Elvis shoes up there, and I was just like, hey, we'll send a copy of those to the store, and I'll give you the money when they get here. Never saw the Elvis shoes, so I'm assuming they didn't make them and send them.
Right.
And I didn't ask them for Tell 'em Steve Dave shoes.
I think
and if I did, I still haven't gotten them.
I think
maybe those are them. I don't know.
They look a little petite for
Ming texted me last week and said, hey, they're sending shoes here for you. But I said size 12. Those aren't size. Those are not
So
size.
you
12.
wear size 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know what they say. Well,
I know what they say. That's why my eyebrows raised. I was like,
he
damn.
thought you were a size 18.
He looks and a fucking big dick.
Yeah.
Fucking
He fought
double
off-
threat.
he fought-
And he's fucking rich.
And he fought off brain cancer. I mean, there's nothing this guy can't do.
I'm a survivor.
Fucking blessed.
I'm not rich. I wish I was rich. I was just telling you guys I have no more money left.
Yeah, because you're fucking investing it all.
Yeah, but-
that's
Very, very cash poor at the moment.
But, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where these shoes came from. They came in. I thought they looked good. I want to put them in the case of the
these
Tom
open?
Steve Dave Hall of Fame.
Yes.
They're not open.
Okay. See if I can see what size they are.
I doubt they're 12s.
They're
They
not
look,
12s.
but
They don't look it.
I don't know where they came from. I thought they looked. Yeah, I liked the way they looked. I thought they deserved to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, look
here.
great.
So I put them in. I had no idea.
They don't deserve to be on an order form without our permission.
No, okay, I'll agree with you there. Yeah, I that is weird if that's what's going on. But to be honest with you, they very well may be the shoes that you asked, requested to come here.
Well, my point to, I guess, Eclectic Good was just
Is
like
he fucking Cinderella and shit? Like those things are small.
they're small. So
Well, you said you're going to work out. You're going to look like a
but
different man.
does
Maybe.
I would just say, like, there's no need to bash me online or fucking call me out as a cheapskate or somebody that doesn't fucking pay my bills online when I was trying to be friendly to you and work out when the shoes. And also, I've never gotten any Elvis shoes, if that's what you're talking about, and I've never gotten any Tell 'em Steve Dave shoes in my size. So, drop the fucking attitude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So we've covered it. It's one of those angry outbursts they were talking about.
But I am very, very happy to be back, guys.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys.
It's great to be. I mean, it's been a long time. I don't remember. All three of us were together.
Oh, it has
at
to
the
be
same
over
table.
a month, right?
It had to be over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare for us. To take
Yeah,
a
I mean,
break that
it's
long.
the 21st today? 22nd?
21st. I
And
believe.
I left for Florida on the 20th. And then we did the thing with Maxwell before this. It has to be like 5 or 6 weeks
Jesus
now.
Christ.
No, that doesn't matter. Now we're back. We before we started recording, we were nailing down dates for important things, important events coming up.
That's right.
And I could segue into. I could announce another name added to the 1 True 3 tournament every week. Q, I thought I would name another player who's come on board to play in this.
This is awesome.
Well, Walt, the way he set it up was that he's looking for sponsors to.
You have like a NASCAR has a sponsor.
Right, like we did the banners.
Right, but every player has a certain in a NASCAR, every driver has a certain sponsor, like a patch, or like with their not real patches.
Right. Well,
I know you're getting all excited.
patches.
But like how a driver has a certain endorsement or sponsor on his on his jumpsuit or his driving suit.
Right.
I thought each individual player would be sponsored.
Okay.
By a business or an entity of some sort that would also supply a grand prize for the winner. It's a winner take all tournament, Q.
Okay.
If you don't win it all, you don't get anything, and it's $100 buy-in.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So Walt,
I know you're
$100 buy-in.
Yeah, I know you're cash poor. Can I count on you for the $100?
Yeah, I'll work something.
you're going to
out.
get the deed to like some little property in Staten Island.
Some lot.
Yeah. So Walt said, we as nice as it is, we can accept stuff that's say local, like there was a guy who performed Elvis weddings or something like that.
You don't want that guy?
Well, who's really going to utilize that gift though?
Yeah, it has to be something.
I see.
And he said, we don't want a CD from your unsigned band, and
We don't want a DVD of the movie you made that
see.
never got
You
got
want
picked
like
up.
Revolution Cycles?
Yeah, I want like a bicycle from Rev. I mean,
Right.
it's been years since they advertised with us. I know that's not
I
happening.
know he still listens.
Does he?
Yes.
Well, maybe we're putting it out there. Maybe a unicycle at least.
I have contact with him. I think
does this have to be a big prize, or can it be something, like let's say I like that that notebook that he offered like a notebook T-shirt horn combo.
I'd rather have
unicycle would be fucking brilliant. Did you see get him on a unicycle?
I would love to see him attempt to ride it. Yeah.
But I mean, I'll say this though. Since I announced that you weren't here last week, but when I announced it, I have been bombarded with potential sponsors.
Really?
You do understand what the definition of potential is, right?
Yes, potential.
There's a chance that you may use them. So he has not been bombarded with potential.
But I have to say, if I don't contact you, that doesn't mean you're not still in the running. But I do have to wait to see what comes in because there's only 8 slots.
Okay.
And I'll say there's a couple of really good ones.
Nice.
A couple of really good ones, and but other ones like. Also, I know I've getting the questions. Well, can a podcast? I'm a podcast. I want to get my name out there. If I offer you guys a couple $100 in gift cards,
no,
and I'm like,
this
no,
is not that.
This is, I'm looking for.
It's not about you promoting yourself.
Like, isn't there anybody out there who works who owns or
like a Jimmy John's
that's on the boards? Yeah, that's on the board of trustees of like Walmart or something.
Right.
That could so we can get some real killer sponsorship. I know Walmart's crazy, but I'm just talking about something along levels of like, it just feels like, it just feels bigger.
Feels more corporate.
Yeah,
and,
I know that's, most people would run away from corporate sponsorship, but not Steve Dave.
Yeah, not at all. No. Obviously.
We embrace the opportunity to let them down.
Yeah.
We're chasing after corporate.
Yeah. We're hedging our bets and not accepting the self-promoted CDs and podcasts just in case corporate sponsorship happens.
I will say this: there are certain players that when people said that I'd like to be a sponsor of certain players, but there's certain but they will go out of their way to be like, but not this person.
Who's not Cannon?
I'm not going to name names, but it's so crazy. It's the same 2 names.
Well, get him in who?
I'm not saying names.
I don't think it's good.
Really?
But you want to announce?
Mike and Ming?
No, like I said,
it's the same guys that are like, if I give you gift cards, will you promote our podcast?
Well, I'm ready to announce the second player, Q.
Okay, who's the first again?
The first confirmed player?
Yeah.
Get him Steve Dave.
Okay,
and he's the most feared player on the card.
Oh, my God.
Say.
Well,
because you can't read him.
You can't read him, and we never got a chance to talk about.
Yeah, that may be one of his one of his lies.
Oh my God, though.
Which is astounding.
Did we even talk about that? We found out something about him?
No, it hasn't been addressed yet.
Okay.
Walt found something out, a little bit of information, and never expounded to you or I.
It was the most mind-blowing text I've ever gotten. I'm not even joking. It was like I shot up in my bed and was like, no fucking way.
And plus, I sent the text like little by little, like not one big one, like to draw out the dramatic pause of like, and then he said this.
I could have believed.
And then he said this.
I was sitting on my couch reading it as each one like scrolled by. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. How the fuck has this not come up?
So that may be, he may use that if he's playing against a player other than you or Bry, where he could use that.
Okay, all right.
So I'm not going to spoil that for him.
Right.
But I've announced Get Him Steve Dave as the first. But like I said, he's the most feared player. He's the odds-on favorite to win it all. And now today, you're announcing the second player. And drum roll, please, Deck. Ming Chen.
Oh, wow.
Who would have guessed?
It's like Bill Buckner coming back to fucking...
Oh, Bill Buckner. Ball between the legs.
Yeah. Like just coming back and...
You Bucknered it.
Nobody cares. Oh, but he, what though? That motherfucker's got some fire in his belly.
Yeah?
He told me he wants to win the $800.
Wow.
Yeah, he really wants. He's not treating it as if it's just this is for fun and games. This is a real.
Yeah, this is not a good sport. Let's have some fun. Like
$800 a lot of money.
Yeah,
believe me, I know.
Well, it's really $700.
Okay,
because
I'll catch more if I mention that.
As I told Get him that yesterday. but there's not. But there's not only.
Wait, where's he getting that money from? He's not going to take it from those fucking eBay things.
No. Do you have any? Did you bring it? I know you've been sick, but did you bring anything?
I didn't bring it, but I can announce what it is.
It's kind of an asshole move that you skipped it the last few weeks.
Well, let me just spit out this last bit of this, and then we'll get into that. But so if you want to have your potential sponsorship, you think you've got the goods, you think you've got a prize that is going to make everybody sit up and go, whoa, and you want to promote your business, contact me at kmuse2@gmail, KMEWES2@gmail, and maybe you can be, because I believe, Q, that this episode, this will be one that you go back to over and over again. The ants. This one's going to be memorable, and this one you'll always be on there with that sponsorship. This one will pay for itself, whatever it is. All right, but you have Giddim's eBay auction.
I do. The whole.
He's crawling at like less than like $500 right now.
That's all right. I may need some of that money. I'm cash poor. Okay, so you know how on the Practical Jokers they keep calling me Rosie O'Donnell, that I look like Rosie O'Donnell. I get that a lot. We had Rosie O'Donnell on the show. I found recently a Rosie O'Donnell Barbie doll, still in box. I won't say mint. The box is a
Found it at your house?
No, I found it in a
store.
What's the used Salvation Army type thing. That's where I'm resort to buying clothes.
I was going to say, why on earth did you go to Salvation Army?
Very cash poor.
He's wandering around in a bathrobe with a fucking swollen brain.
So I will be signing it and personalizing it for whoever wins this auction.
But you didn't bring it with you, so he can't really.
No, but I can take a picture and send it to him.
Okay.
Is there any chance that you could get Rosie to sign it too?
Yeah, there is a chance. I don't want to. I don't want to promise that. I'll try and get that done too.
Possibility.
What if you got Sal to sign it?
That I could definitely make happen.
What if you got Sal to write down Rosie's signature?
That's what I'll do. I'll have Sal fake Rosie's signature on it.
Okay, that's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
All right. So look for that. Hopefully this weekend.
Yes.
On eBay.
Right.
What do you want to call it? Giddim's Tooth Auction Rosie Barbie doll.
There you go.
Okay.
So there you go.
Giddim's Tooth Auction.
Because I've been saving a spot on the Tom Steve Day Hall of Fame. Yeah, we're definitely gonna put up Giddim's dentures in there once he doesn't need them anymore.
This is cool. This is new.
Yeah, that's nice, right? Look at the detail on that. It's like a little cardboard shoebox, kind of shadow box thing with a stash. Lot of
what do they
detail
call that? There's a diorama.
Diorama.
Somebody from England sent that in.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't remember the person's name, but god damn, is that impressive! Sunday Jeff secured that.
I think it was a girl, wasn't it? I think
I
a
believe
girl
it was, but that's damn impressive.
It's really great. You guys are coming on that cruise, right? In January?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I think so.
I've locked in your spot on it. They're going to call you in the next few weeks to work out the details and whatnot.
What kind of details we got to work out?
How much you're going to get paid. And I guess...
And that's it. It's
the most
a
important.
Practical Jokers cruise, and we're doing a live Tell 'em Steve D.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do like 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to get encephalitis from working too hard, are we?
2 over 4
Do you
days.
think the IJ,
be all right.
the IJ, you think that
Are they resentful
Well, I will say this. A lot
of two young talents?
a lot of ants show up at the IJ shows.
right?
So, and there's been a crossover in the audience. Plus I just like the idea of us on a boat.
I just got off a boat.
Yeah?
It sucked,
No.
Yeah,
but it'll be better now.
All right.
I'm sure this one will be better.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
he told the story last week about going on a nature hike.
Oh.
Which ended with him running afoul of some poisonous trees.
Oh, yeah.
But I saved a life. I know how you feel now.
Yeah?
A little bit.
A life, what type of life?
A human life.
He carried an old woman out of the woods
Get
and
outta
she
here.
shit all over
Oh,
him.
shit,
She
man.
lost bowel control.
Did she really?
No, not bowel control.
That would have been better, though, right?
You couldn't top that, could you?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, I know. You could have been sick for 6 months. And you come back, well, it's like an old lady shit all over me.
What else?
She's
you
like, don't
got?
be a baby about it.
So when that gets official, we'll announce it though. The
Yeah.
dates.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm really excited about is us doing that.
Where is the cruise to? I gotta start looking forward to this.
Miami to Cozumel. Like a
Where's
project.
that?
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
that?
it's Mexico.
And then,
but you don't have to get off the boat long. Okay.
Yeah, but you can, and I know you can take
cartels down here,
a boat from.
Well, it's a private island.
A boat from Cozumel over to Cuba. We could go check out Cuba. Q, you and I have talked about that forever.
I feel like we kind of missed it a little bit because now basically everybody's going to be going.
Can everyone go now? I
mean, it's in the cards. They're not going to give you any shit at this point.
Right. I haven't. I have not been looking at the internet at all. I looked the other day for something and I happened across some fucking stupid story and it just annoyed me. And really haven't been. I've not been active on Twitter until last night. I went to the Diamond Slayer.
Oh, I
show.
saw you periscoping.
Yep, I periscoped some stuff, and of course, Diamond is on first, and somebody, I don't know who they are, they tweet like, well, I could have done without the Diamond. When's Slayer coming on? And I'm like, I did it to be nice. I did it because, you might like these bands and you're not here. You didn't have to fucking watch it. Like, it immediately makes me want to crunch a potato chip fucking clip. Like,
how do bands feel about getting periscoped without their permission?
I don't know. They didn't stop to mention it.
Okay.
Well, you only did it for like a few seconds. Right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't do the whole concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just I'll do a little bit of, a song or,
I know when we're on stage and I see people with their phone up, in my head, I'm like, all right, like I'll turn a clock. But if it's there for like 5 minutes, then I'll call them out from stage.
Yeah.
I'll stop the show and I'll be like, could you do me a favor and put that down?
It's hard to tell if people are recording you. Like,
a lot of people FaceTime.
Oh, do
That's
they?
what they'll do. Their friend or their husband that can't make it, they'll FaceTime it. And again, I don't mind like a clip, but like one woman was doing it for like a half hour.
It gets
the
distracting.
only reason I didn't say it is because I saw at one point she turned it around and it was a guy in uniform.
Oh, really?
So I figured he was overseas. So I was like, let me let this one go.
Well, I also don't want to be the irritating douche that, like, the guy in front of me is holding. I think he was recording, but like he's got like both arms up with the camera, and I'm like, I can't see, dickhead. And people they repeatedly were talking about how tame the crowd was. Because, it's a Slayer show. Mm-hmm. Now, the way the PNC Arts Center is set up is like the seats go literally all the way to the stage.
Right.
And the only way you're going to mosh a little bit is in the aisle. So there isn't much opportunity. But, my God, a few people were trying. Like, this one guy came in yesterday. He was a fan of comic book men, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
A huge black guy. He reminded me of Debo in Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just massive.
Wow, that big, huh?
I mean, he was huge. And he had a friend with him who was also like, I mean, until he looked small next to this guy, but he was a pretty big dude himself, too. And I happened to run into them there. Now, the big dude was not going home without moshing. And he would push one person, and it would be as if like I walked into a crowd of 2-year-olds and just pushed them as hard as I could, and they just watch them fly. Really? I mean, these people were just.
That's pretty funny.
It really, I couldn't stop laughing. It really made me laugh, and people were getting annoyed, that he was doing it.
Yeah,
but. It's not like these people were sitting in seats or, like you thought that these people would be into that kind of thing. They would want to mosh and mosh back and shit.
Slayer fans are growing old now, right? They're not.
I guess that was it because it's definitely an older crowd, man. Yeah. It is not. There were not a lot of young people there, although I did see Josh Bruce and his crew.
Love that.
But
because I know that something inside you died.
Yeah.
When you saw him.
I'm rocking out with these freaks. But at one point, the big black dude was like, "Well, I'm just going to go for it," and started moshing with reckless abandon. And security was like, "All right, enough's enough." I'm not kidding around. It took 5 to 6 guys to drag him out. Yeah.
Well, they threw him out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they threw him out of the concert, but they definitely
They're dragging
removed him from the aisle. I would assume they threw him out.
Right.
He did not go down without a fight. He moshed to the bitter end.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
I wanted to, I don't know if he listens, but I wanted to congratulate him for keeping moshing alive because everyone else was gently swaying to the beat of Angel of Death. It was weird. It's not like I was never a mosher. Were you? You were not that guy.
I was not interested in just.
It seems so stupid.
Well, I remember going to a club called Murphy's Law, and they had a lot of those types of bands, and I would see people mosh, and my main concern was I don't want to catch an elbow in the teeth and get my teeth knocked out, and I don't want anyone to like hit me in the eye and then suddenly
Not the face.
blind in one eye. Yeah. I guess I'm just too much of a puss. Always have been, always will be. too much of a puss to mosh. But I mean, if you're that guy's size, nobody's going to mosh back at you.
So what's the fun?
If nobody's moshing back at you.
Well, it's just an excuse. So you could wail on somebody and be like, "Oh, bro, you can't press charges. I was moshing."
It was like a bulldozer.
Right.
Just
I mean, that's really what it is. It's just like
unbelievable.
I'm like, well, here's a chance for me to fucking fuck somebody up
Violence and harm.
under the guise of I'm dancing.
Yeah. He wasn't punching anybody though. He wasn't.
So what was he doing then?
He just like how they like like do that like
Yeah,
weird
but he's
like
running up,
arm
and,
move.
and if anybody gets in his way, he's certainly not getting up, like looking out to see if anybody's getting hit by those elbows that he's marching to.
No, he didn't throw elbows. He was He was just like sort of crashing into people.
Right.
I mean, if I'm gonna defend the guy, I would say he was moshing responsibly. Like he wasn't doing it that recklessly, and he was there to have a good time and mosh it. It wasn't the crowd for it. It just wasn't.
Well, the PNC is also a very sit-down place.
Like maybe if you were on the lawn, right?
Yeah,
that's the
what I was
place
about
to
to say.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to see Lamb of God PNC. Do you want to go?
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Who are they playing with?
I don't know. I'm just going to see Lamb of God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, August 5th. Wednesday.
August 5th, huh?
Yeah.
I might go see Lamb of God
Yeah?
with you. I've seen Lamb of God before.
Yeah.
In fact, last time I saw Lamb of God was with you. We went to see Metallica.
Yeah,
Lamb of
they
God
opened
up.
for
Yeah.
them. I saw them. I saw them once in Manhattan, but I've become good friends with some of the guys in the band.
Oh, yeah?
So, dude, we're talking Practical Jokers treatment, my friend.
All right.
Not comic book men treatment.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
From anybody
There's a big
moshing me.
difference.
Talking backstage.
Well,
buddy.
that's what people were like, you're on TV. What's
Talking
with the
cash
seats?
poor treatment here, buddy. You know what I mean?
People are going, you're on TV. What's with the seats? I'm like, I'm literally in the 5th row center. Like, is that considered a shitty seat now? Like, what do I have to be?
I love it that he goes out and people are fucking giving him shit about.
I'm just not sure where I'm supposed
about
to
his
be.
status at a fucking Slayer concert is even being questioned.
Yeah. Yeah, just like losing some of
I
that
love
luster.
that it bugs him too.
No, it didn't bug me. I just didn't understand.
What the fuck? I'm in the 5th row, you're getting defensive about
What
it.
happened to those first 4 rows, buddy?
They weren't for me. They weren't.
I don't think we're going to be
They
in those
must
good
have.
seats.
They must have been in more popular shows. No,
You're safe for fucking Murr, Joe.
This is 4 empty seats.
Yeah, no, I swear I'm not mad at all. I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, where am I supposed to sit? These aren't considered bad seats, I don't think.
No,
Like, and I wouldn't have wanted to be in the front row. I would have got moshed into the fucking stage.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry you didn't like King Diamond. I'm sorry I'm not closer. Like, should I get on stage? Somebody tried to get on stage. So quickly, that dude was in a fucking headlock and brought to the ground.
I'm sure there's people whose jobs it is just to make sure no one gets on stage.
Yeah. With Diamond, I would have one minor critique.
Well, when we're on the boat, we'll have somebody stationed to make sure no one gets on the stage,
Yeah,
right?
we'll have security.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, nobody's getting on that stage.
You think anybody will try?
No, I also don't think anybody will try.
You never know.
They have like brigs on ships and stuff like that, man. We'll
Oh, you could throw him in the
jails.
brig?
Toss them right in the brig.
Well, you just can't do that. You have to have the captain has to do that.
Yeah,
As soon as we're in
our boat.
international waters, it's the SS Joker.
we're renting it.
Oh, really? It's not just.
No, it's not a Norwegian. It's the boat, but you rent
Is this a seaworthy vessel?
Yeah, it's a
It's not
Norwegian
like a sailboat, right?
No, it's one of the cruise ships.
Okay.
And
They're
you're
doing
renting
the,
whole boat.
The day after it, they're doing the Walker Stalker Zombie Con.
Oh, really?
As they turn it over, they turn it into a zombie boat, send it right back out.
Oh.
Well, I think that the Tell 'em Steve Dave show might be considered a zombie show. When there's no one sitting there going, where's Murr?
Yeah. They're at sea. They got nothing else to do. They're like, let's hit the buffet and go to the Tell 'em Steve Dave show. What the fuck else are we going to do?
Yeah, no, it'd be great.
With Diamond, this is the last thing I'll say about the concert. My one minor critique for Diamond, if he's listening, would be like if you're going to have
Isn't he like 80
because it's a show. He's like almost, I think he's 55 something.
Oh, well,
if you're going to have a show with like upside down crosses and all that kind of stuff, and you have like these hooded like satanic looking type guys come out with like robes on. Just go the extra mile and tell them, like, wear, like, boots. Don't wear sneakers.
Converse.
It looks weird, yeah. It looks weird when you're wearing, like, Air Jordans.
That takes away the illusion.
It really did, yeah. It took me out of it.
Now, do they have stage sluts there or no?
There was one...
Because that's what Motley Crue got right. There's
one girl...
What?
When I saw Motley Crue, they have dancing women. I don't
Oh,
know.
you mean on stage?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And hot men, too. Male sluts.
Yeah,
sluts.
of course, because...
I don't even want to talk about them. I'm done with all politics, by the way.
Yeah.
You'll not get me to discuss anything political on
No
this.
more broad issues?
No more broad issues.
Wow.
I'm done.
When
The death of broad
were you a
issues.
big
Just,
talker of politics?
No, we sometimes talk hot button. I'm with you.
Are
No, you
saying-
mean no more hot button?
No more hot buttons.
Wow.
Done.
Why?
Because
Who got to you?
Because you came that close to death.
Who got to you?
Yes, sure. No one got to me. It's just I just don't think anybody is.
No one benefits.
I don't
from
think
your
anybody
views.
listens. I don't think anybody
all
cares.
you do is-
I've learned. This is what I've learned. I'm a 40-year-old white male. Nobody gives a fuck what I have to say about stuff like that.
I
So, I'm
disagree.
done.
I think there's a big listener base who cares about what you have to say. Every word that you say,
As
they hang
long
on.
as it's what they want to hear.
Yeah, it's you know
But-
it's a silent majority, Walt. The silent majority.
But
I'm now a member of the political silent majority.
But what you do and what you finally figured out is all you're really doing is you may be standing on your little soapbox,
Sure.
but what you're really doing
So condescending. Remember when you used to stand on your little soapbox prior to 5 minutes ago?
but all you're really
Let me just put
doing
away
is
this box.
those listener base or that viewership that
Yeah.
really likes you guys, he likes you a lot.
Yeah.
All you're doing is by getting on your little soapbox is taking a chance of ostracizing a majority of, like splitting them possibly.
Right.
Like alienating a
Yeah,
potential
what's the
stage
point
slut.
of that?
There's none.
Right? Just be safe. Just be boring.
Let's go for the laughs.
Well,
Let's not go for the political commentary.
Just be
Although,
boring.
have you heard? I read this. This is a new thing that I read. I'm breaking my own rule right now. But I knew it would drive Brian insane. But have you heard the term white tears?
White tears? No, I have not. Am I about to? Where's my box?
It's
Hold on a second.
brilliant. It's
You've heard it, Walt?
No.
it's now the thing for anytime a white person says something like, but I'm not racist, or but I'm not, like, just type in white tears and you'll see it
Okay,
come
yeah,
up.
I'm going to do it as you're talking about it.
And it's the go-to thing of apparently, not everybody, of course, but certain people of American ilk are saying that basically white people don't have a leg to stand on to complain about anything at all. If you're not, but I'm not responsible for slavery. I never owned slaves. My parents came here, 40 years ago. That's you whining, complaining. You're crying your white tears.
Like crocodile tears.
Yes.
Oh, so no. I think what they're saying is like
What they're saying is whites have no right to complain about anything.
someone else always has it worse than you, so shut the fuck up.
So anytime you say anything, it's white tears.
Right.
And then they have this, which I actually admire this. I think it's a stroke of genius. You'll see people get mugs made up that say white tears on them, and then they'll just drink. They'll just drink them. And they'll be like, I drink white tears, or I love white tears, or my hobby is white tears.
I'm looking at Urban Dictionary right now,
Good.
Q. A description of the behavior of a white person playing the victim in a racial discussion. Or crying like a white girl to get your way. That's another one.
That's not that one. All right, so that one.
That seems like it doesn't have anything to do with what you're talking about.
But that, it is so broad. Because people on the internet are people on the internet. It's so broad, like you can't say anything without being like, go ahead, complain, cry your white tears.
Right.
Yeah,
That puts somebody right in a box immediately.
right. It removes all your power just because you're white, and you can't even complain about that. What I'm doing right now, crying white tears, Walt.
Well, I mean, I've heard white tears plenty of times. Yeah.
So it was white tears that finally made me be like,
I like that though. You know,
of course you do.
You can still be funny. You can still be provocative. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Can you?
Maybe. I'm sure you could.
You know, you'll find a way.
Of course.
He already said stage slut.
Oh, that would be political.
That's male tears, I guess. Yeah.
Hot buttony.
You could, hot button-ish.
Hot buttonish. I like that. I like the new cue. You're going to jack up.
Yep.
And you're going to stay clear of the hot button.
That's right.
See how long that goes.
We'll see. I'm really going to try because honestly, like, I'm at the point where it's just like, wait a minute. Like, one, I think that the times have passed me by, I think. I think that I'm part of that generation that's now, like, no longer in the driver's seat.
You're not relevant.
Not as relevant as I used to be. That's right.
But you're not willing to say not relevant at all.
Well,
he's on a pretty popular TV show.
Well, if he's not willing to fucking get behind some issues,
you know what? I'm not relevant. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with it.
If he just wants to coast on being vanilla cookie cutter Q on Impractical Jokers and never come down on the side whether
not publicly.
Yeah, right. Publicly,
silent majority wall.
Then you have to say I don't want to be relevant.
Right. They've knocked my voice out of the game.
Then what you're doing right here, you can't. Don't make excuses why you're not relevant.
They've knocked my voice out of the game.
Don't say it's anybody's fault.
Let me cry my white tears.
Yeah.
What are you drinking there, Brian? White tears?
Yeah, they're delicious.
I learned early on, and tell him Steve Dave.
Yeah.
I learned early. I said some things that I paid a price for, and I learned early.
Right.
And I've been a subscriber to towing the line and not pushing the buttons.
That's right.
I learned early. It took you a long time to learn it, Q. Almost 6 years.
I know.
I'm still learning.
Oh, yeah, he's never gonna learn it. He will fucking run into that fucking if the hot button is just painted on a brick wall, it's not really a button. He will still run into it head first, weekly, hourly, fucking just over and over and over again, and then complain I can't believe these motherfuckers are saying this.
Cries white tears.
Yeah. I'm in the fucking fifth row. Why is that not good enough for these people?
Did you image search white tears by any chance? Because I remember there being some gems in there.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Won't someone please think of the white people? White tears.
My favorite is the white woman crying with the black guy in the back. Have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. That makes me laugh. Yeah. He's just laughing at her.
Oh, and he does a fake jump shot. This one.
Yeah, that
guy. So they're saying that if I don't know who this is, you're saying that if you are white, you
basically can't say anything.
You can't complain about anything. For any reason, even if you're a white woman, because white women. There's lots of males are really lots of complaining about the way they're treated.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not justifiable in some situations.
I think everybody's right. Not crying, no tears here.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what this whole white tears thing is. I have a feeling I'm
male tears. Male tears is the other one.
Oh, male tears.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to change my behavior. Mostly because I can't figure out exactly what it means.
Anyway.
We got an ad?
Yeah, why don't we wrap this up because I'm starting to... How long have we been going?
We've been going 53 minutes.
Yeah. That's good, right?
I think so.
It's a good return, right?
I think so.
Every week, you're going to get more energetic.
He brought some good stuff with him, some white tears.
Right. And I want you at your fighting weight by the time the 1-2-3 championship comes around.
No problem.
All right,
no problem.
I want you
that new
at
healthy
the top
plan.
of your game. I meant that's a boxing term.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Is you and your encephalitis? Is this white tears? Should we not be hearing about this shit?
I think that's fine because it's not. I'm not portraying myself as a victim. It's probably white tears. It's probably white tears. It
I was
is.
going to say it was, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Simmer down over there.
FanDuel.
Okay.
You've heard me talk about FanDuel all season long. What are you waiting for? You deserve more fantasy in your life.
Oh, you can say that again, man. I get no fantasy. I only get reality.
Too much.
There's too much reality in my life.
Working on a TV show and throwing barbs around and getting paid for it.
Witticisms.
Oh, white tears.
And slamming people. Getting paid to fucking crack jokes at Mike and Ming's expense. Mm-hmm. That's not a fantasy? Did you ever think you'd ever get paid for doing that?
It's on a reality show. No, I never did think that. It never occurred to me that someone would pay me to make fun of those two clods. But I'm glad that they do. You know?
It's just accepted that's what the show is now.
It's not. It really is not that.
Right.
Yeah.
Certainly not by Mike and Ming, right? They don't accept that.
No.
Yeah. I said something to Mike today, and I'm convinced until the day they're like, hey, guys, we're not doing the show anymore, I will receive that look of like, why? Why? Why would you say that? Yeah.
All right, so
but anyway,
you deserve more fantasy in your life, Bryce. So you got to get to FanDuel.com and sign up now. You pick a brand new team any day you want, and you can start any time. Entry fees start at just $1. There's a league for everyone. No season-long commitment and no sign-up fees. Play anytime, any day, and all summer long. You've never tried fantasy baseball like this. It's a whole new ball game.
Now, hasn't someone from somewhere won, like, they bet a nickel and they won like $4 billion?
Yeah, we're talking about Mike B.
Who's Mike B? Tell me about Mike B a little bit.
Yeah, he's from Orlando.
Okay.
White dude?
They don't specify.
They don't specify in this.
I hope not.
Probably not.
But last week, Mike B from Orlando turned $5 into $20,000 in one night on FanDuel. Come and join over 1 million players that have already won money playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner and use my code TSD. Sign up now.
I like how you just read it verbatim. You never say our code. You always say my code.
Walt's code.
Special offer for new users. For every $1 you deposit, FanDuel will match it with up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to $200. Offer is only good for the first 50 people that use my code TSD today. Don't forget to use my code TSD.
I will not.
Yeah, one more ad.
Only 2 this week.
Only 2. Q, I imagine if you weren't eating NatureBox, you would never been able to fight off encephalitis.
Encephalitis. Or I would have been able to.
You wouldn't have been able to.
I'll tell you what,
if I was eating more NatureBox, I never would have even got it.
You never would have got it.
I know.
You know,
but I'm out of the vanilla fucking granola.
Thank God, though, you had a little bit of NatureBox in your jeans.
Yeah.
And in your belly.
Yeah.
Had that vanilla granola not been coursing through his system at the time, he would have been overtaken. His head would have fucking swollen up, and it would have been it.
My brain would have rotted. Rot. I would have had brain rot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to fight off diseases like Q, you have to go to naturebox.com. You go to naturebox.com/TSD, and you get a free trial of their favorite snacks. Free snacks delivered to your door. What are you waiting for? You waiting to get sick like you? Then you're gonna have to, do it now before you get sick, so you never get sick.
If it could knock out Q, it can knock out you. I mean, let's not you, but the listener. Let's not fucking kid ourselves.
You
know what? It's a healthy snack, won't. And now that do you feel comfortable? Like, what's going on with you? Can't eat. I mean, Jared and Subway.
Oh.
You know that we're not going to turn around and find
Q
porn on our computer.
Are you fucking getting? Are you going next to the hot buttons with Jared?
You're right. You're right about that. I take that back. Subway is delicious, though. I will say that. But whatever happened with Jared? Did he?
It's over for Jared.
I know it's over.
No matter what the outcome was, it doesn't matter.
I hope he didn't do it though.
Doesn't make it. I mean, no, you hope you don't do it because you why? Because you like Subway and you feel
because
guilty.
I hope some kids didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's like you feel guilty about going to Subway.
No, I like Subway, but I'm still going to go to Subway.
Hey, I mean, you hope. Yeah, I mean, let's hope.
Good snack.
You don't want to see anybody hurt, obviously, but boy. that was an ugly story.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, I got some bad news for you after this commercial. We'll end on it. Yeah, Jared, a little bit.
All right, so go to naturebox.com/TSD. You get your free trial. You get your favorite snacks.
Get that vanilla granola, trust me.
You know, this show is over, and that means it's time to get free snacks at your door from NatureBox with over 100 options to choose from. You get the bold flavors you crave and feel smarter about snacking. And I cannot tell you, it's all about up here, Q. If you got the right frame of mind, if you feel smart, you are smart.
That's right.
Right?
Sure.
What are you scoffing at, right?
Yeah, I mean, ignorance is bliss. Is that just a different way of saying that?
Well, I mean, it's what NatureBox is pushing. If you feel smart, you are smart.
NatureBox.
Go to naturebox.com/TSD to start your free trial. That's naturebox.com/TESD.
Yeah, get on over there. Despite the fact that Jared Fogle and his former Jared Foundation business partner Russell Taylor are only now being accused of being involved with production and possession of child porn, word has it there have been warning signs for years. He made several disturbing remarks to at least one woman over the years, including a statement about middle school girls being attractive.
How old is middle school girls?
That would be like 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. Now, out of context, who knows? Like, what if he was making a joke?
Right.
You can't fault the guy for that. Or, I guess you can, because they have.
Yeah.
They searched his home, as you know, Q.
Right.
And it says, this woman says they weren't jokes, it was serious. It got deeper when the FBI raided his home. Even more shocking still are the accusations surfacing regarding Russell Taylor's checkered past.
Russell Taylor.
In it, that's the guy who's running his foundation.
I think this got all the ball rolling.
Right.
In addition to several videos of illegal and inappropriately material seized from the Fogle Foundation's exec producer, is a report by a former friend of Taylor's regarding his proportioning, I think she meant proposing, her horse. He asked if she and another adult female could come to that other female's residence and engage in sexual activity with a horse.
Ooh, Jared said this?
No, I guess the guy did.
So why is it relevant
The other
to
guy,
Jared?
I don't know. That's what it said. Because they're trying to tie everything to Jared because nobody knows who the fuck this other guy is.
So wait, the guy, could you read that again? The guy suggested to a girl that she fuck a horse, and that's illegal now?
The guy proposed.
Just only do that in Tijuana.
He
No,
said,
not to actually do it, but you can't be like, yo, you're going to fuck a horse.
Jane Doe, this is the lady who, is not really her name, but stated Russell Taylor asked her if he and another adult female could come to her home and engage in sexual activity with a horse. I'm assuming she has a horse at on her property. While the woman identified as Jane Doe insists that she did not let him or his friend near the horse, she claims that didn't stop the 44-year-old man from sending disturbing texts of an odd sex act like a dog licking the nude genitalia of an adult female. Now, again, I don't know if they mean a text like a picture of it, but if you just send a text saying it.
Surely that's not illegal. It might point to sexual deviancy, but that can't be illegal to say that.
Again, like possibly a joke. I mean, look, they let the dude, the cannibal cop guy go, right?
Did they?
No, I don't know if he's cleared yet. I watched a documentary. It was riveting.
I watched that documentary too.
Yeah, I still think he's got some legal problems to iron out.
Some woes.
Really?
Yeah, he's not out of the woods yet, I don't think.
Who is the person that you were most, this is a little spoiler, that you are most like, if I was that person, I would be completely fucking freaked out?
His wife.
I thought the wife, yes, definitely. But even more than that, even more than the wife.
The mother?
No, that college friend.
Oh, yeah.
Was that not fucking weird? He went all the way down to like Maryland or something or Delaware to attend like a picnic or a barbecue with a college friend. Mm-hmm. And then when he got back, he had written something about like wanting to.
He was casing
killer and
casing.
Yeah, he was like scoping her out.
But it's on HBO. If you and the
What's
listeners.
it called?
I think it's just called Thought Crimes.
Thought Crimes.
Something like that. Yeah, you'll see it.
It's on HBO under documentaries. It's good. Q.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, and the ants. If you, it is a riveting story. It will make you go like, should we put people in jail for thinking heinous crimes?
Yeah, we
before
talked
they
about
act on
this
them?
the other day, right? Well,
We did on
yeah,
TV.
Thought Crimes. No, I think we did it on.
Comic Book Man?
Comic Book Man. Yeah.
We got that deep. I don't know if we got that deep. We're just like, what if Thor or what if Loki thought something really heinous about Thor? Could Thor just pound him for no reason?
Well, I think we were talking more about Ming, like busting Ming for
Now it
thought
makes sense.
crimes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What do you think, Q? Was that too hot by you? Last thing before we let you go?
No, I think it's good. I think that's very. It's non-gender specific. It's non-race specific.
So you fall on the side of thought crime police.
No, I don't think. Well, don't we already have thought crime police? You can't.
But I'm talking about prosecuting thought crimes.
Oh, I feel like we're already there. Why do you think I'm stopping saying stuff?
Even commenting right now on that, even saying this, you think we're already there, is commenting
we
on
live
it.
in a country where you can't honestly speak anymore.
You can. You just have to be willing to pay the price.
The price isn't worth it because who are you expressing your opinion to?
A bunch of fucking idiots who are never going to agree with you anyway.
There you go.
And not that they're idiotic that they don't agree with you. They're idiotic because if you don't agree with them,
That's right.
then,
I'd rather silent majority.
Yeah, well,
Silent
like you're
majority.
just like you just grin, and you
You're right.
and you nobody wants to know your real. They just want to see happy Q that makes them happy.
That's right.
If they're happy, you're happy.
There you go.
this is exactly what I needed. Two guys who won't talk about shit.
Tell them, Steve Dave.
I set the light tubes up, the phone takes them to why I gotta put him through the fucking lot. This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.